Hello everyone, welcome to the Age of Listening channel. We're looking at the earth signs today, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. We'll do some oracle cards to look at what my guide wants for the earth signs, and then we'll go and pull out some cards for relationships, general and finances. These are advice cards, not about the future, and these may or may not apply to all of you, but they're there simply to put something in, to have the opportunity, if you put yourself in the right frame of mind, for your guide to speak to your own heart. And that's, you know, we can hear from our higher source, oversoul, whatever you want to call it, just by watching a TV advert or a film. It's about you putting yourself in a position of hearing what needs to be heard. Anyway, these have been shuffled a lot, so I'm literally just giving them a little bit of a shuffle so you can see me doing it. The first card is Shanti. I'm the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. The other oracle card for this month is accept love. So you've got, at the moment, you've got this atmosphere of receiving that tranquility, receiving a smoother road ahead, receiving love. So you're in a passive role at the moment of receiving. So that sounds good. Okay. Let's pull two cards. One of the situation at present and the advice that should be given. Sorry that these have been halfway through the month. I've got a new phone, yay, given to me by my son. So hopefully everything should be a little bit better, because I've had problems with my memory card. Right, one more. We'll do that one again. I'm out of the habit because I've not done readings for a while. It only takes a couple of weeks and then I'm out of it. Right, so romance, general and finances. That doesn't surprise me. I don't do reverses. So at the moment, you've got, and there's the advice. Yeah, I mean, this is, I've been saying this with finance. Go back to old ways of making money. Use your intuition, be intuitive, but also look at, so if you've got skills that are needed, for instance, cutting hair, doing nails, window cleaning, this is something that's something of practical use. An odd job man, skills that people will need in times of hardship. And this is my entrepreneurial card of growth. And so you will be in a situation, excuse me, where these gifts can make you a bit of extra cash. So new job opportunities for you, going back to the old ways, because this is my traditional, it's giving and receiving, but it's at a base level. And when we look at 6, it's about growth and stability, community, cooperation, harmony, you know, and so but it's a town. I always see it as a small town community feel of supporting each other. So if you've got any exchangeable ways of making money with others that you can barter with for cash or with other goods, then now is the time to give and receive. The entrepreneurial card is the advice. Go out, be brave, because threes is about creativity and growth, new businesses. With the general then, we're going away from old ways and moving on to new. It's 6. Okay, so we've got 6 again, and this is somebody leaving behind and moving forward, and we've got a set of 2, so they're leaving, which is going to give them balance with the 2 of Swords here, because they're broken up on purpose. So you've got 2 cards there. So moving forward, you've got balance is going to be brought, and then you've got the 4 here of stability, foundations, practicality, new structures. So that's wonderful. And the advice is the Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords, lovely card, very brave. It's big changes, opportunities, seizing that moment. You know, it's the fast talker, it's arriving or departing. And swords are always about that mind, as well as thought, consciousness. You know, it's that guiding ideal of what you want in your life. So you make it happen, basically. Gosh, this is like a reading for my friend, and I've not even been thinking about her. But this really feels like I'll have to send it to her. Okay, so in relationships then, this was upside down. I was going to read it as not, but actually I think I do have to read it as a reverse. 4s are about stability, but here we have stability coming into place. It isn't there yet, okay, but it's yet to happen, but it will. That's what I really feel that I need to say. And the advice is the 4 of Pentacles, which is all about, I love this card. I mean, I love a lot of them, but I do love this card. People call him the miser, and I have no idea why. Because he's stable, he's practical, he's been wise. So be wise with your resources, because when we look at Pentacles, it's all about the material and physical world, and it's about success and prosperity, but also success with the family and health. So when you have it in 4, we're looking at sort of manifesting foundations, creating stability and structure, and it's about being practical. And this is a very practical person. So I hope you like that, and let's get on with doing the individuals. Well, let's try with the cats, shall we? So let's do Taurus then. These have already been shuffled pre. And let's see if there's any slight nuances for Taurus. 4 again. Oh my goodness. Cripey. Let's go straight to finances. So with the finances, we've got the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups being all about creative, imagination. It's wearing his heart on the sleeve, and this is to do with finance here. This guy kind of likes the pretty things, and because he's the knight, he holds the cup up usually, and it's slightly in awe of it, but there's a certain amount of naivety. That's kind of how I see it. Not as naive as the page, but there's a certain amount of there's a lot of emotions in it, slightly naive. And the advice here, we've got oh sorry, excuse me while I get myself ready. We've got the my chair's not working very well, hold on. Right, so we've got the Devil card, Capricorn. Be warned of illusions and delusions. That's what I get. You could see it as control, definitely. Control coming. But I see that as beware of illusions and delusions. So you've gone from over here to being a little bit naive. Get out of the naivety, or get out of the delusions that you may have. There's a wake-up call basically coming. Now, so general reading, you've got 5, chaos. 5 of Pentacles, I kind of see this as somebody being left out in the cold. That's the situation that you may be in, feeling a little bit like, because 5s are all about that conflict promoting change. There has to be conflict sometimes in our lives, if we're particularly naive, in order to push change into our situation. It's kind of what happens. If you oppress a certain religious community, they will rise up and prosper from that, because that's just the way we are. So there's a little bit of instability and chaos generally, or you may be feeling that. But here we have the Fool card, 0. So this is the primordial void. I always say realms of potential possibility, though. So let's not let your emotions get in the way so far. To do with your situation in relationships, there's a lot of stability here. We've got the 4 of Pentacles again, and so there's a certain amount of stability. Yeah, I just feel you've got your ducks in a row, and you're taking care as much about yourself as possible. The cat's got the ears back, as if to say, F off, sort of thing. But the advice that you're given is the 2 of Cups. Now, there's the moon in this one, and the cross. I think there's partnerships here, but I'm really seeing the moon. And the moon being subconscious, but also being secretive, the unknowing. So what's going to happen? I kind of say with the 2 of Cups, potential choices coming. It's a question of what do you want, really. I always see it as a question card about duality, about balance, about choices and partnerships. You know, what do you want? It's the choice card. So there's choices to be made. Okay. That being said, then let us look at what are we, Virgo. Whoa! Oh, Struth. Oh, they're all going to be all over the place. Let's go to dogs. Why not? I think this is the magical dogs. Virgo. That'll give me time to reshuffle those. Do that again. Whoops. Better. Okay. Relationships, general finances, with advice below. Right, so general then, you've got the 10 of sea, or the 10 of water. 10 of water, I don't know really, end of cycle, beginning of a new one, time of renewal. I think, yeah, we'll leave that as that. We've got, though, the advice is 5 of fire. So, fire wands. Again, conflict. There's conflict here. But I kind of see, be combative. Now, I know that they're combative on here, but there's kind of some competition, and I feel like you have to stand up. I think there's a certain amount of sort of stand up and be named. Now, I'm not asking you to go and, you know, do anything illegal or whatever, or harmful to others, but I sort of get the impression that sometimes we have to stand up for ourselves. There's a completion of something that's ending, and but you're moving on to a new game. And this is going to be one where it's going to feel like a 5 of Wands. It's going to feel a little bit combative and new, because you know, to go from the 10 of Cups straight to the 5 of Wands is a bit of a jolt. But the advice is things have got to be shaken up a little bit. And if it means standing up for yourself, then you need to do that. So looking at, let's go to finances actually. You've got the six of Wands. Wow. So at the present, it's a victory after a battle. So you've been through the mill a little bit, possibly. And you're giving, you know, you're kind of sitting back and going, right, this is what I've done. This is how this is the advice that I'm going to give to other people because I've won the battle. This is what I've done. I can sit back and dish out the talk of the best way to do things to others, because I see this particular card as the motivational speaker. 6 of Wands, motivational speaker. He's come back from battle, not going into it, so he's got an awful lot of wisdom there that he's learnt in battle. And the advice is the Sun card. Yeah, speak it out, because when we look at the Sun, it's freedom and release, and gosh, I've got cards everywhere. It's self-mastery and mastering. It's the crown chakra opened. It's will and ego mastered. So I kind of feel there's awful lot of wisdom here through probably what you have achieved so far, and it's time to kind of. Is there something you need to tell people? Wisdom learnt that you need to. In finances, yeah, that you need to dish out to others? Or is it just, yeah, I'm just going to leave that there. I don't want to embellish too much there. So in relationships, we've got the Ace of, it's got the Ace of Sea, but it's Cups. So this is luck, joy, abundance, really positive emotions and dreams of the heart, intuition that's coming your way. So it's a really abundant summer card. And your advice is the 7 of Cups. Now, 7, as we know, is about a reflection and an assessing time. It's also stepping back in order to make decisions for the future. And that's what this is where you are now. You're in a moment of abundance. I know whether you know it or not, I don't know, but you're in a time of abundance. You're feeling it, yeah, you're feeling it. But your advice is the 7 of Sea. So 7 of Sea, you know, I think you've got options and choices. You've got to step back and look at what is reality, what is illusions, how can I produce what I want, using your imagination to kind of look at reality and assess what you really should be doing in relationships. So I'm going to leave that there. I thought that was really good, actually. Very nice, Virgos. So now we'll go over to Capricorns. That was fun. Quite like that. That's probably been the most positive that I've had all through. Okay, Capricorns then. One more shuffle and we'll quickly do those. Relationships, general and finances. Wow. Okay, so we have here the Star card, number 17. Oh no, I'm getting my, yeah, no, I'm right. I'm awful with Roman numerals. So this is the, in finances, the central conduit in life. I always say she does what the priestess thinks. It's very acting out. It's a present situation made manifest, and it is the dawning of what was in the past coming to fruition. It's the sudden appearance, the manifestation. It's incoming. It is the peak of what you've been manifesting. So the cards before that are the Tower. So you get the Tower card where what you wouldn't confront kind of gets confronted. And now you're on the right track. After the Star card is the Moon, which is really mastering that intuition. And so with the Star card, you are manifesting the physical as well as the spiritual world that you're in. You're coming forth, being centered, a conduit of past trials and tribulations and successes. You stand alone on top of the mountain. Gosh, I don't know where that's come from, but anyway, so that's in your finances. So let's have a look then at the advice. Oh my goodness. So, right, Fire Puppy. So we're looking at wands here. And, okay, so this is the, I've never had this card before for this one. Because I don't use this, it's quite new to me, this one really. This deck. Usually we have the page where he stares in wonder at this wand, thinking, holy moly, this is a challenge. It's slightly naive, it's immature and young, but the wand is fixed in the ground. So although the page hasn't yet worked out what he's going to do with it, he understands the importance of the power that he holds in his hand of the wand, and he's just trying to figure out, okay, what do I do with it? So I think here you've got in finances, you've got something that's quite powerful within you, you know, a drive, but you just don't know what to do with it yet. You've got this information, you just don't know what to do with it yet. So I think there's probably some, it's asking here really to, okay, well, okay, this is the situation. You're not quite sure, kind of. It's like having an idea for a job and you've got the energy to do it, but you just don't quite know where to start. So basically, it's start. Just start. Take a little puppy dog step and just go for it. Because you can't learn anything by just standing still. You can't wait for something to manifest before you do it. You have to manifest it, and you've got the abilities here. You're at the dawning of something amazing, so you kind of have to do, you know, as the universe takes one step towards you, you kind of have to take one step to the universe, sort of thing. Or as some would argue, you take one step to the universe and then it will reflect back to you what you dish out. So the general reading then, you've got the Six of Pentacles, or the Six of Earth here. Sixes, it's all about that community and stability and growth, can mean healing as well. But the Six of Earth is also be discerning how you help others. There's a certain amount of hierarchy. It's a very Taurus card. But yeah, it's be discerning. It's the NHS card for me. Or not NHS. Well, it could be NHS. DHSS. I think they call it something else now. Universal credit. So it's kind of my universal credit card. And you are, again, it's you are helped by how much you put in. If you put in, the universe will meet you halfway. And you show effort, and the universe has to reflect back to you what you're putting out, and have a bit of faith and go out there. And the advice is 10 of Earth. You know, oh my goodness, it will be financially and materially in this earth, so family and everything, you will benefit. It's what I've been saying here. I mean, this is quite a great spread actually. We have to believe, then we have to act, and then the universe will reflect it back to us. And you know, I give you a penny, you give me a penny, we got 2 pennies. Do you know what I mean? That's how the universe kind of doubles your efforts. So let's look at relationships then. We've got 4 of a sky, which is 4 of swords. Libra card, I always see it as keep your truths close. Me time, you might be feeling a little bit detached, but it is about stability and foundations being laid. So that's the present, but what's the future advice? We've got the Empress card. Yeah, wow, bountiful. Threes are always about, again, growth and creativity. It's the life cycles. Yeah, these are such positive cards. I thought the last reading for Virgo was positive. This is brilliant. So you've got here with the 4 of Swords, and it can, you know, people can view this quite negatively, but I always view this as kind of not that he's lying down on, you know, this kind of tomb, but that there is new growth ahead. Take that breather, because, and also keep certain feelings to yourself and certain thoughts to yourself. The advice is be the Empress. And when I see the Empress, she is about this earthly integration, circle of life, the seasonal. Things grow and things die, and then they grow back again. And it's always about that progression through those cycles. And so it's almost a little bit like the Judgment card, in that where it kind of, and that, and also the Wheel of Fortune, there's a flip happening, because there are always flips. So there's a flip happening. So keep things secret. Keep some thoughts secret to how you're feeling. Keep it back a little bit. And the advice is be the Empress card. Understanding and embracing that there is seasons for everything. Right, I'm going to leave that there. That was pretty great. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and put a comment in, because it helps my channel. Okay, I'm got off to do the shorts now.